All right, everybody. It is I, Xilestar, and today marks the final video that I will probably end up, well, not really end up recording, but the final year, or the final time that I will be recording for pretty much 2023. So we have a lot of things we need to talk about for the next year for 2024. So let's get started with the first. So I have a bunch of topics, so let's go through them one at a time while we enjoy running around with my mod while I go turn it down on my end. Alright. So, the first thing on the list is health update. So I wanted to update you guys on what happened during this year when I was sick and when I started to get better and everything else in between that. So, I think I first noticed this back during March 2023. We'll say around mid-March. I was coughing more than I should have been, and I was getting a little bit confused of why I was coughing more than I should have in the end. Every about let's say 2 to 10 minutes, I was coughing and it was getting really bad, and I didn't know what was going on. So I went and got different sort of doctors telling me like different things that it could be, and then in the end,
if you see my good for nothing,
and then in the what was it? Then in July,
please bring back Rock Shatter.
it got really bad that I had to be in the hospital for about 2-3 days, which was a lot for me. This is the first time I've been technically hospitalized in such a manner. And then I got slightly better. And then they told me right after they were done, they said, okay, you're free to go, but we must tell you though that we need you to take it easy for about we need you to take it easy until it's fully gone. So I said, okay. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go away from the channel for about 2 weeks, give my body some time to rest, relax, not have to worry about, okay, I need to record some Oblivion modded playthrough because, you know, we're almost done. Or I need to worry about Circuit Craft because, you know, I need to record that because, you know, I want to get 1.20 done. Or I need to do Pokemon Crystal because, you know, it's been a while since I've recorded that. No, I decided to take it easy for 2 weeks. And then something happened. I blinked and 2 weeks passed without a notice. And then I was still feeling like I wasn't 100, like I wasn't ready for it yet. So I said, you know what? I'll give myself an additional week and see what happens. So I literally did that. I gave myself an additional week. Something else happened, and which caused me to change my whole perspective of it. And I chose to give myself an extra week, which was around the time frame where they told me that I should be feeling much better, which was about a month after I was discharged. And I was still sick, not as bad. We'll say about 2-3 days after a month, I started to, you know, not cough as frequently. So now, like, as you can probably hear, I don't need to go, hang on a second, guys, I gotta go mute the microphone, or I just mute the microphone where you hear the little click. Because I find that's very annoying, especially for the old microphone. This one right here, specifically for the modded playthrough. It's the only one that I actually have to click the microphone itself instead of the keyboard. Because of the fact that I play Oblivion full screen. So I can't just like Alt-Tab and then the game will be completely fine. Oblivion's too old that it doesn't like it when you Alt-Tab. So unfortunately, like if I Alt-Tab, it'll crash the game more frequently. So yeah. So that's pretty much it for the health update. I'm better now. Like, well, I still cough, but it's more of a normal basis now, once a week kind of situation, or whenever something happened, so it's not as bad as it was before. The next topic on the list is Circuit Craft and Pixelmon Adventures. So I've just finished off Circuit Craft. This is currently this video is being recorded on December 12th, so keep that in mind. So I think I just finished recording the final session of Circuit Craft, so that means that it's done. It's over. We're just waiting for Minecraft 1.21 to come out. And that's pretty much it. So Pixelmon Adventures will kick back in until Oblivion updates, of course. Then it'll take a break just like it did before. Where Pixelmon Adventures took a break because of... well, Pixelmon Adventures took a break because, well, Oblivion updated. And then when Oblivion updates, I kind of have to go do it. So, yeah. So right now, for the future StarCraft version, which is going to be 1.21, I am unfortunate. Like I said, I was going to build a new base that is going to be like my final one that I'm ever going to make because I am sick and tired of just going with new bases. And I want to explain something too with that, but I want to wait until that version comes out before I start saying it out loud, just in case I change my mind. So I have the idea, it's there, it's just that I just don't want to say it like out loud, and then it's like, okay, I gotta rebuttal it now because it's like, I think I might have just like said it too early. But pretty much the new base is about, I want to say about 55% done as of now. This is by exterior only, not by interior. Interior, I'm going to be working on that maybe on screen, maybe a little bit of both, or maybe just a planet on screen. And just to get you guys like sort of like, I don't want to say interested, but sort of get invested a little bit. But yeah, right now it's being built and designed heavily into Minecraft 1.12 because I have access to MC Edit, one of the best programs to world edit with. And it'll slowly go from 1.12 to 1.13, so I can slightly add new features as we go along, or as time goes on. So like once I'm finished with 1.12, then I'll move it to 1.13, and then so on and so forth until we get added in. And so it'll be pretty cool. The next topic on the list is Oblivion mod playthrough. We are almost finished with this. So as I am currently recording this, we just finished off with every major storyline but the main story. So we're going to be doing the main story. We're not going to be diverting into mods right away. We're not going to be diverting anything. We're just going to go straight into dealing with yeah, we're not going to be diverting into any mods. Like if we're level 30 or 35 or whatever kind of thing, we're going to do a mod right after. No, we're going to go finish off the main story, do the mod quest that I wanted to do after the main story, and then that is it. That is the Oblivion mod playthrough done. That's it. That's all it is. It's finished. You don't need to worry about it anymore. It is done. It is over. Let it go, pretty much. But for the next topic on the list, it'll go hand in hand with it. Oblivion mod playthrough. Now, when Oblivion mod playthrough ends, I'm gonna be very consistent with Oblivion mod playthrough being the end all for 2024. So I'm hoping that Oblivion modded playthrough will be done by March, maybe April of 2024. I mean, like, uploaded, not recorded. Recorded, I'm pretty sure it'll probably be done by February. But uploaded, hopefully, by April, hopefully. And that'll be that, in a sense. But what will happen is that throughout the rest of 2024, it'll just be Oblivion mod playthroughs and a new series that'll go hand in hand just to make it slightly easier for me just to overall do it. And that goes hand in hand with the next topic, which is the Oblivion mod showcase. Now you might be asking yourself, what is the Oblivion mod showcase? It is going to be a new series in which that I'm going to sort of make. It's not like it's not really a new series. Like I've seen different channels do this for Skyrim, and there's been some that have done it for Oblivion too. But for the most part, what mine's going to be is that it is going to be the mods in which that I want to do, but they are just too small, or they are not quest mods specifically. And how these mods are sort of like justified to be an Oblivion mod playthrough is if they are longer than 4 videos in terms of duration.
How are you today? This is indeed.
So what I mean by that is that like if if a mod, let's say this DLC Battlehorn Castle was a mod, if I can finish it within, let's say, an hour, it's going to be an Oblivion mod showcase. It's not going to be an Oblivion mod playthrough because it couldn't fulfill the 4 video criteria. Or even if it does, if it's only like a house mod, it's not really a quest mod kind of thing, it'll still go to the Oblivion mod showcase because it's not really a long mod and other such things. Now, the reason why I wanted to go against doing house mods, armor mods that have that little quest to get them kind of thing, is because they're either too short or they're not really too niche to go with, and I think that I could use a different, and I think I can make a different series that will just have those. Now, how it's going to be uploaded is going to be kind of simple and easy to kind of follow along. Any video that can be considered like below 20 minutes, any video that is considered 20 minutes, or any mod that can be done within 20 minutes and is done, that mod will both be a single video. Yeah, will be like a single video and will also be a complete, which means that Oblivion Mod Showcase will also have 2 playlists, a normal and a complete. Now, for the ones that are only 20 minutes or below, let's say, again, let's say that this DLC, Battlehorn Castle, can be done within 20 minutes. That'll be both a video inside that playlist and a complete as well. The reason why is because you can finish it off in part 1, that's fine. That's all fine and dandy. And then for the complete, same idea. You can complete it in part 1. That's great. The only difference, though, is that the title scheme is going to be similar to how I do Oblivion mod playthrough completes. Sort of like how I did with, I think, Knights of the Nine Revelation. I think that's the only one I did in 1. Where it was done in 1 video and there was no need to put a part 1 in the complete because there is no part 2. It's all there. But there will be a part 2 if it ever got updated. But again, that's kind of how Oblivion Mod Showcase will work. Now, Endroll in Skyrim... Excuse me. Endroll in Skyrim. So, the plan was that as soon as Oblivion Mod playthrough was done, I was going to carry over with Oblivion Mod playthrough for, a couple months, and then we were going to go straight to Endroll because I've never played it. I have never seen anybody play it fully. I've seen somebody sort of like give their 2 cents on the entire, give their opinion on the story, and just watching let's say the first hour of the game, that pretty much before they just said, you know what, I'm done playing Endroll. So that's pretty much what I know about Endroll, pretty much, or what I've seen of Endroll. And so I really want to play it, but I think starting 2025 with it would be a much bigger impact for it. So that's exactly what I want to do. So we're going to do it that way. And of course, after Endroll is finished, we're going to go straight to Skyrim. Because, well, I want to do Skyrim. Then after Skyrim is done, that will mean that the first slot in terms of my upload schedule, because I have 3 slots, will now be free for anything else. Unless Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. If Elder Scrolls 6 comes out before or during in the middle of one of these, either Endroll or Skyrim, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put it on hold, similar to how I have done Pixelmon Adventures, and it'll be slotted in and uploaded a lot, just like the other videos. Pokemon. Alright, so next topic is Pokemon, in particular with just Crystal, going to be on hold when the, what is it, the Indigo Disc, I think, gets released, which will hopefully be on time. Excuse me. Which will hopefully be which will hopefully be released on time rather than what it was for Crown Tundra, where it was released, I think it was like a day after it was said to be released. It said in my area it was going to be released on October 23rd. I think is what it said, October 22nd or October 23rd. Instead, it released a day after it. I took literally that day, did rush to do everything I could so that I would have that day off specifically, and nothing happened. So I'm hoping that the Indigo disc will give me sort of a better treatment of that. Mind you, I can't rush everything to be done before that day, and I can't really take that day off. So I'll be able to record a little later, so I might be a little bit tired when I'm recording it, but hey, I'll at least have it for the day of and the day after, and then by Friday night, I think, is when I'll probably be able to record more of it. I'll have more energy and more of a energetic spirit pretty much to go and continue more. So yeah, so excuse the 4 videos, especially with the either the poor attitude or the very tired expression. I'm like, I've had a long day at that moment, and you know what? I want to get those videos done, and I want to make sure that I'm on time with it. So hopefully, not only does the series do better than Crown Tundra, but hopefully the series does, well, hopefully the DLC is actually really, really good. Just for that. The next topic, I'm sort of dreading even talking about it. Streaming. I apologize. I said for the 2023 year video that I was gonna start streaming this year because all I needed was a few equipment and everything else. This was before I even got sick, mind you. So when I got sick, of course, this took a backseat. And again, since the middle of March, which was probably around the time where I would have gotten all of the necessary equipment, a new keyboard, a second monitor, and everything else, just so that like it's all picture perfect and everything. Yeah, by the time that March kind of happened, everything sort of fell under the bus pretty much. I lost a lot of time and patience in doing it, so I kind of just wanted to worry more about my health than anything else. So that's literally what I was doing in the half of March to around the beginning, we'll say middle of July is when I got hospitalized pretty much. So around that time, I did not feel like streaming at all. Even if even if I got the equipment beforehand, I definitely didn't feel like streaming at all. I would have felt so dreaded and bad to even begun to even start streaming for that time. So I chose against streaming for that time in particular. And then like now I don't really have necessarily enough time to even get all that equipment because of the next topic after this. But again, I quite literally just wanted to get a hold of and even though I sent a message in the community tab that saying that like I'm gonna take a little break because of some things that happened, I would, if mind you, this should have been said about the health update, but I just remembered it, and it kind of goes with streaming as well. So for the upload schedule, if I did it as I did, what was it, in the middle of 2022, I think, or 2023? No. It was 2022. And if I did it a similar thing as I did in the middle of 2022, where I ended up uploading a month ahead of time, we wouldn't be having this discussion. I wouldn't, like, you guys wouldn't have known that I had a health problem, because I would have been so done into the future kind of thing, where you guys would have already had a month worth of content already being uploaded without a pedal to the brakes kind of thing. Like, you guys wouldn't have noticed anything. You guys would have noticed that I was sick during videos, and then the next minute, I'm better. That's it. But unfortunately, I don't have that luxury anymore, because now I'm being more selective in doing it. Plus, I have a lot of things being done in the background. As I said, I'm working on the StarCraft 1.21 base. It's going to look, I don't want to say it's going to look amazing. It's going to look a lot better than everything else that I've ever done. And of course, we have this stuff, right? So like, I have a lot of stuff running around in the background that I'm trying to get done, especially with getting preparations for the Indigo disc, preparations to finish off my mod and everything. And not only that, to finish off, StarCraft and getting StarCraft ready in in a huge way. The next thing on the list, a new Switch. So what this means is that, like, as you all know, I have a non-homebrewable Switch or non-hack Switch or however you want to pretty much word it. What that means is that, like, I have no way of backing up my saves. And I have no way of doing everything that I could possibly do with my Switch. Now, I'm only going to do it to back up my saves specifically because there was a bunch of scares that happened. I think it was during the early this year, especially with Scarlet and Violet, where they were talking about there was an event that it was for the Vivillons and such like that, where it would corrupt your Pokemon Scarlet and Violet save, and there was also that was also around the time where they released the deal, like you can pre-purchase the DLCs for the Indigo Disc, and I think it was the Teal Mask. I don't know if it's actually called the Indigo Disc. And of course, during this time, I was petrified at even purchasing the DLC because they released the pre-purchase of the DLC and the Vivillon stuff at the same time, or around the same time, I think. So it's like, which is causing the corruption? Because a lot of people are saying that when they bought the DLC, their save game got corrupted. And same thing with the Vivillon stuff. Everybody was saying that that's what got their save game corrupted. So it got me terrified at the fact that, like, okay, what's actually causing this issue? Because if it's the Vivillon stuff, I don't care. I'm buying the DLC. If it's the DLC, I want to hold off until there's a bunch of patches for it or whatever, finding out what's going on. Then Game Freak or whoever who decides the patches decided to not explain what is going on and not show up any patches for anything. So so one day, I think it was it in May or was it April? It was either April or May. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go buy the DLC. If it corrupts my save, it corrupts my save. And it didn't corrupt my save, so I was like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna save the game and leave. And then I booted up the game and I'm like, please don't corrupt my save. Please don't corrupt my save. And my save game didn't corrupt it. I'm like, good. And then I closed my Switch and then that was it. But you know what should have happened? I should have been like, okay, purchase DLC. Oh no, my save game corrupted. Hang on a second. Let me go boot up my my hack Switch here. Reload save, of course. And then reload the save on my normal Switch and be completely fine. So I wouldn't have been scared in the first place. The reason why I am is because the Pokemon games in particular for the Nintendo Switch do not have backup. You cannot cloud save them, which is dumb in its own way. And not only that, you can't even have a local backup of them because Nintendo wants you to gatekeeps that stuff. So it's like, why? Why are you doing this? This is crazy. This is ruining your console all on its own. So that's pretty much my plans for that, is to get a homebrew one so that I can just have backups of all my Nintendo Switch saves, especially since I bring it to every like sort of like Christmas party, birthday parties for my cousins and just my family in general, which of course has like, 5 or 10-year-olds that probably don't know better, or you know what I mean, that go, hey, I want to play a new game and look at this Pokemon game you have. Click new game and then save. I just lost my save because a 6-year-old wants to play Pokemon Violet, right? And I'd rather just have a local backup of it. Just go like, hey, you know what? Out of every save game, what needs to be backed up? Oh, look, I did a little bit in Pokemon Scarlet. Let's say I did a raid or whatever. Let me go back that up real quick. Boom, done. Okay, move it back to my normal Switch. And then now we're on, now I'm ready to go to that Christmas party or whatever. There you go. That's it. It's done. That's all I wanted for, just to back up my saves. That's all it is. And then any future plan, and the last topic on our hands, future plans for my channel. I always want to play Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I'm waiting for that to go on sale. That's a new series I wanted to do. It'll take the same slot as not Pokemon. What is it? It's Circuitcraft and Pixelmon. It'll sort of share the same spot because, well, it's not really the Minecraft slot. It's just anything slot. But yeah, but it'll probably take over like like half that slot. So like 1 week. So 1 3-day iteration, you'll have Circuit Craft or Pixelmon Adventures. Then the next three, then the next three iteration, it'll be like Oblivion, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and then whatever Pokemon at that time. That's kind of how it is. But yeah, so that'll be pretty much that. I don't necessarily have any other future plans nearly as much. I was thinking of if we do start streaming, I would just pick a random game off of my Switch that has not already been done on the channel or that's not already planned for the channel, aka Skyrim on my Switch. We're not going to be doing that. That you guys get to pick which one it is, and then we get to go and play it and enjoy ourselves, kind of thing. That's it. Because because that's literally all I can really think about, to be honest. Because there's nothing really, yeah, there's nothing else I can think of that we can do other than that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know I kind of did. I probably talked way too much. I can already feel that my voice is trying to escape me, which is why I had to cough twice. I apologize for that. But one thing that you might be asking yourself is, what is this character? This character is my Xbox 360 character. So literally the character that I've been trying to recreate, or at least the potions he made. I can't remember which ones I used. It was a long time ago. I found out how to make them, so hooray for that. But not only that, this is my Xbox character. He has one of my favorite potions that I ever made. Restore Fatigue, Magicka, and Health. Because that's what it literally looks like here. It's not the most powerful potion. I mean, like, my alchemy and luck, apparently, according to the recreating thing and whatever, is very, very limited on what it tells me that it, like, in order for me to recreate this, like, it's fine. But, yeah, so everything, of course, except for, of course, my Dark King stuff is normal. Is normally what I would run around with. Yeah, it's a very cool, it was a very cool character. I used it pretty much to beat the game until I think, apparently I didn't grab the right save, or it wouldn't let me save it for some odd reason to the USB. So this one, I think, is before I beat the main story. Let's see here. Yeah, because I definitely remember I beat all of the guilds and such because I got all those achievements from this character specifically. Because if we look into here, so here's all my bound weapons with the sigil stone bonus. Yeah, I don't necessarily use them all the time, but I have them just in case. All of these except for the drain stuff is created from sigil stones, and then these ones I think are created by the Arcane University. Because apparently these ones actually restore your opponent's magicka or something like that, according to Yusuf, so that's very interesting. And then here's all my bound stuff that I created. And while I haven't used it on the channel, like used the glitch that actually does this on the channel once, doesn't mean I don't know it. I do know it. I use it on the Xbox, and that's pretty much how I had to do it. So yeah. Alright, so that's going to be it. I had a great year, despite the fact that I was sick, and felt like I was going to cough myself to permanent sleep, but yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this year. I definitely did. I had a lot of fun with Scarlet Violet and all that shenanigans, so yeah, let's toast to the next year of 2024. Hopefully nothing bad happens, and hopefully we get to enjoy that year for all it's worth. So yeah, so I'll see you guys next time for some more videos in 2024.